So hopefully the Dead Space remake can turn things around here. But, we're going to have to keep our fingers crossed. Damn, what happened? COVID. All right, we have about less than 30 minutes until this thing starts. I don't know how long this is going to go for, because they didn't say, but we do have the external battery in case we need it. First one coming through for today.
Kyle Donovan donated
Kyle Donovan, hell yeah,
$5
brother.
through Super Chat. Will Dead Space remake hit that home run where Saints Row struck out?
Oh, man. I hope they're not, I mean, fuck me. Kyle Donovan, hell yeah, brother. We appreciate it with the $5 Super Chat. Saints Row looks terrible. Far Cry looks terrible. We hope that this doesn't look terrible, but this probably isn't going to be out until, late 2022 if I had to guess. Maybe 2023, who knows? I don't know. It depends on what they show today. Now, look, if they have nothing to show today, there's no point to do this fucking little event or whatever the hell they're doing here. Like this development update. If they have nothing to show for, there's no point to do this developmental update because there's no point if they got nothing to show for. So, I don't know if we're expecting gameplay today, but, maybe some concept art. I mean, something a little bit more than that. I mean, come on. All right, let's see if it's almost time. We got, yeah, it's a developer live stream. I don't know what that entails. I mean, I guess they're just going to tell you what you want to hear. But, hopefully they show us in the process as well what's happening, what's popping, and ultimately what's going on. So, look, I am discouraged today by the Far Cry footage. It's all out there. Everyone's got footage of it because the embargo lifted today. Everyone's shilling it, but, the real video will be coming soon if Crobecat comes out of retirement, I mean, it's going to be worse than Far Cry 5, I can already tell.
Ice the One donated €2 through Super
go.
Chat. New intro is Keno Mackel.
Yeah,
Bear,
well-
bear, 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 bear,
Yeah.
bear, 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 bear.
No, Far Cry 6 looks terrible. Anyone showing that in chat needs to be, go tell your mother I said I. Look, if you can find what grave I'm standing at, you get a shout out. It's not just a random grave, okay? It's a popular grave. So if you can figure it out, cool. If not, if you don't know what I'm talking about, too bad.
Alex Escobar donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Nothing to show for event equals marketing equals abandoned.
Yeah, well, the industry is dead. I mean, honestly, it really is. I mean, you name one game that's coming out that actually looks worthwhile. I have yet to see it. I mean, the most, like Grand Theft Auto 5 is Game of the Year for 2021. I mean, because we know you can't fuck Grand Theft Auto 5 up. It's already built. It's already done. It's been done since 2013. So, that's Game of the Year for 2021. I mean, at this point, it seems like fucking sad. But that's the industry in a nutshell. They've ruined Far Cry. I mean, take a look at the footage. It looks like a mobile game.
Mace 1911 donated $2 through Super Chat. Omega, love you all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we appreciate it. Oh, man. Ooh. Starfield doesn't come out until next year. Supposedly. I mean, and probably the Dead Space remake next year as well. That's what the rumor is anyway. So we're gonna see what they pull back here, the curtain. We got about 20 minutes left here. We started early to get people in here. But, I guess in the meantime, we can look at some of this Far Cry footage. I mean, it really looks terrible.
Mizzy TDR donated $1.99 through
man.
Super Chat. Nice editing, Mackel. Far
Yeah.
Cry 6 looks like slop.
I'm going to show you this. I just tweeted this out here. I'm going to pull this up on the stream here. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate it. Oh, man. I went to the strip club last night, and I'll tell you what. Didn't get back till late. Kidding! Where am I? All right. We're gonna put this bullshit in here. Give me like 10 minutes here. I'm a grandpa. Okay. All right. So this is what I put up on my Twitter. It might be a little hard to see on here. Yeah, it is. Typical. But let's see if we can fix this here. I mean, look at this right here. I mean, now I don't know what that gun's supposed to do. Make people disappear, but I don't think that that's what it's supposed to do. But the fucking NPC just disappears. I mean, you know what I mean? If it's like a gun that obliterates things, then we should be seeing some fucking remnants of that, you know, the body parts and all that stuff. I mean, I know that's a little ridiculous to ask for, but, you know, when shit just disappears right in front of you, I mean, it's just really not great looking, okay? Anyone shilling Far Cry is just a stupid idiot at this point, and that's what's happening today. The marketing has started. Everyone's paid by Ubisoft. I mean, literally, that's what's happening, guys. It's not a joke. It's not a meme. They're getting paid, sponsored by Ubisoft, and they have quite clearly nothing to show for, so... you know, I mean, I haven't seen any gameplay that's impressed me. Now, granted, I haven't seen all the gameplay, but looks really not fantastic. So, I mean, if it were on Game Pass, I'd cut it some slack. But you know, what the fuck is Jesus Christ? Oh man, what is that? Get that shit down. This piece of shit. Where the fuck this at? I gotta turn this down. Holy fuck. Holy shit, this is loud as fuck. Come on. My God. Fucking gay porno music there. Jesus Christ. All right. We got it up and ready. Dead Space developer live stream, whatever that entails. We're going to take a look at this. And I mean, I just hope it can wash away that Far Cry slop that Chromcat is inevitably going to expose. And I can't wait until that video because I'm tired of the shilling. I hate the fucking shills. I mean, if they're going to pay me to shill it, I'll shill the fuck out of it. I don't give a fuck. But that opportunity is never going to arise. Because I burnt bridges at Ubisoft, you know. I argue with them in real life. Developer live stream. Hopefully this isn't like that Dying Light shit where they don't talk about it, they don't show anything. Hey, I don't need a fucking 40-minute live stream of them telling us nothing, you know. So hopefully, you know, it's not that, but it probably will be. Did anyone guess the grave? There's enough clues in that footage to give you exactly what you know, the answer. So, if you do some research, and I know you guys love doing that, so plenty of you can figure it out. It's pretty easy. I mean, they're literally shilling Far Cry, bro. Looks like shit. I'm not buying it. They want to send me a code, sure. But I'm not buying it. Fuck them. Yeah, I don't care about the story. Why would I give a fuck about that dumb story? You know?
Mind_at_bay donated $2 through Super Chat. Some fuel, my lord.
Yeah, hell yeah, brother. We appreciate it, Minded Bay. Coming through with the gasoline. Now I can't hear any audio. What the fuck's going on here with this GameSpot? Get the fuck off. There we go. It's a little bit better on the audio side there. God damn, am I that low? What the fuck?
Carl Donovan donated $2 through Super Chat. Make that the intro music instead of Gay Weezer.
I haven't used Weezer in a long time. We stopped using Weezer. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate Kyle Donovan. They're literally using like some fucking... Let's crank this up. I'm dying out here. Falling asleep already. Fuck me. She gave me a great dance last night at the strip club, I'll tell you that. My God. You know, didn't want to leave. I just gave her $60 after $60 after $60, and I said, how far can you take it, honey buddy? You know? Kidding. Where am I? You stupid fucks.
Snoopy donated $2 through Super Chat.
Oh, there you are.
Did you hear about the Xbox that pulled
Oh,
caravan?
we gotta show this.
Wheelchair symbol. Wheelchair symbol.
Hold on. Let me see. There's a lot happening, believe me. Let me see here. Hear about Xbox pool? No. Nick. Kidding. Here's what we're gonna pull up already. Look, there's Far Cry looks like shit. Let's stop arguing about that because there's no reason to argue when definitively I'm right. Let me pull this back up here. This music is pissing me off. Cringe. Okay. Way too loud. We're going to pull up some new Far Cry gameplay. People are already seeing the cracks starting to show, very much so. This is going to be another Cropecat situation, I guarantee it. I think they're going to downgrade it previously from even what Far Cry 5 set out to do. So, in terms of detail, gameplay, nuts and bolts, framework, all that stuff. So, let's pop this open again here. And, okay, here we go. I know it's hard to see, but there's only so much World Class can do. Okay. Oh, man, this is Far Cry 6, folks. Oh, man, look at that enemy AI. Just fantastic. Garbage. Industry loves to churn out slop. I mean, I want the game to be great, but I have no reason to be there day one. Alrighty, how many? 13 minutes. My God, we started too early. I hope they blow me away with this. It seems like they have good intentions, but then again, everyone seems like they have good intentions until they put out their product and it's absolute shit. So, you know, they can tell us it's the best thing since sliced bread and that, you know, you're going to love it. But if they do very little of showing here, I'm going to be a little disappointed. I mean, there's no point to come out here and do this shit if they don't have anything to show for. Far Cry 3 was pretty terrible, too. I don't know why people... You guys are normies. Far Cry 2 was a different game for different gamers. You know, y'all hate it, but... Oh, Michael, that's actually overrated. You're a piece of shit, Michael. No, you got to have your thinking cap on when playing that game. Way ahead of its time. I'm not saying it's perfect, but, you know, they should have continued in that direction with immersion and just the nice details. You can look it up. You know, plenty of videos that detail, document it. Anyway, why am I not hearing audio now? What the fuck's going on here? Okay, I guess it's the real audio now. Let's crank that all the way up here, folks. Here we go. Please hit the home run today, because I need to, you know, forget about that Far Cry crap. Oh, my God. I told people to not buy it a week ago. They didn't listen. I mean, it's literally the same old fucking game. You just roam around, shoot fucking dots on the map. Same ass animations. Like, dude, fuck off. So, yeah, we know Far Cry 6 is going to be a certified blunder for the most part. I mean, at the very least, I guess, mid, you know. But, so, Far Cry 6 off the radar pretty much now, especially since the floodgates have opened. I'm going to stop covering it because the floodgates have opened. Everyone and their grandma's got a video on it now. I don't really care. I wasn't going to buy it anyway because they took out the fucking... I mean, not that I really played the map editor, but, you know, you're taking shit out like that. You have nothing to back it up with. Neck. You know? I mean... Kidding. Oh, man. We got 10 minutes here. This is a first impression of Dead Space remake from EA. Now, it's funny, everyone hates EA, but they love to buy Battlefield. And they're bitching about this. Like, oh, Michael, this doesn't need a remake. These pieces of shit developers... They're in it for the money only. Well, then why are you buying Battlefield? You hate EA, why are you buying Battlefield? I mean, come on. Fucking two-faced, hypocritical gamers. Fake-ass gamers. Goddamn, we got a lot of people in here tonight. Or, this morning. I'm so confused, you know? She wouldn't stop giving me that dance, you know? So I said, okay, well, I'm not leaving. Anybody, I ain't leaving. Luckily, I saved up some donuts because, you know, these days, my God, we're fucking actually homeless these days. Sad. Y'all gave up on me. Sucks to be a part of the losers club, I'll tell you that. Got to go collab with PewDiePie now. All right, 9 minutes. Jesus Lord. I'm going to check my Twitter because I think I'm getting some traction on the Twitter here. People are getting pissed. Is there any game you think is good? Yes. Fake fans ask me that all the time. Tell your mother I said hi. I mean, it looks like a mobile game. Far Cry 6 looks like a mobile game. I mean, if it were on Game Pass, I'd cut it some slack because it's only $1. It's free. Just create a new account. You know? Fuck it. But it's not. And they lied about the graphics too. But, you know, that's typical from Ubisoft.
Ice the One donated €2 through Super Chat. Cover Saints Row and you'll get tons of views. Bear, bear, bear.
What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Join the fucking parade of everyone has the same opinion? I mean, it looks like shit. What else can I add to that? You know? Then they'll just say that I'm catering and pandering. They'll say, oh my God, the worst people are
Snoopy
donating.
donated $2 through Super Chat.
Kidding.
Did you know Nick Googa Ooga Booga?
No, actually, you know what? Maybe I changed my mind. How much time left here? Holy shit, this needs to get started. 8 minutes, goddamn. Torture. Absolute torture out here. You know, sometimes I feel like the Amish. When someone takes a picture of me, I feel like my soul is ripped out of my body. I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes I sleep at night and I think, you know what? This is hard. Oh, man. Saints Row. Let's go, you know. They should really just embrace it. Like, they should just get really... I mean, if I were Volition, I would tell these fake fans to fuck off. You know, I'd tell them to go fuck off. Go jump off a cliff, you know, to be frank. And that's what they're doing. They're telling people they're not backing down on their vision. So you hate it, they don't give a fuck about you. The old team's long gone. I don't think they work at Volition anymore. So, oh, man. Your mom's great. Well, how old? 35? Can she teach me the ropes? Because I don't know how to do anything. I'm a virgin, 40 years old. All right, how much time left here? I got to close that. That's draining CPU. 7 minutes. Great, fantastic. Jesus Christ. We were going to do a pre-show. Actually, you know, we got 7 minutes. We'll do some calls. We only got about 2 callers anyway. So go ahead and call in before this shit starts. We got about 6 minutes, 7 minutes. 818-284-4568. You can ask about the strip club last night. It was fantastic. I'm going to go back tonight. Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, the lines are open here. Oh, man. I already know who's fucking calling in. It's so fucking predictable. Hello, you're on the air.
Hillside, Illinois.
Damn, you quick as fuck. You fucking quick as fuck. God damn. But you didn't guess the grave. How the fuck you gonna guess the cemetery but not the fucking grave? You lost. You didn't win. Hello, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Hello. Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Good talking to you. I'm just wondering, what are you looking forward to with this new reiteration of Dead Space? I'm wondering what is going to get you going to get this actual purchase this game?
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to sell me on it in a way that makes sense, and they do that by showing. But I know they probably don't have too much to show for here today because it's just like a little development update or something. I don't know what the fuck that means.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, if it looks cool, if it seems like they have the right intentions, I mean, you know, we'll be going in cautiously optimistic with this. But I mean, I do think, and I know this is, you know, I'm the only one, but I do think Dead Space needs to be remade. I mean, it is aged. It's an older game.
I agree. I'm
not saying it's bad. It's just like, I mean, the controls. Right. I mean, things could be updated, and this is going to be on Frostbite. Like, if this is next gen only, I mean, there's a lot to potentially like here.
Is this next gen only? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. I think that's a good thing then. Definitely
Absolutely,
good.
yeah. They can build it from the ground up on new hardware. This ain't coming out probably anytime soon. That's fine, because they
No.
can take their fucking time, you know.
Yep. No, I agree. I'm a big fan of the first two. Now, do you know if anyone from the original team is coming back to
No,
work on
I
this?
think
or
it's
is this
I think it's a totally new team.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm always quiet. I'm always wary on how that's going to look because the heart's not there. But you know, if you have factual fans that played the original games, maybe they can bring that spirit, you know, with
Right.
them. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, hopefully. Hell yeah, bro. We appreciate you.
Oh, all right, man.
Take care. Hello, you're on the air.
Mount Carmel Catholic Cemetery.
You stood and guessed the grave. Hello, you're on the air.
White power!
Job life, get it? Hello, you're on the air.
Dude, I was at strip club last night. Hey.
What
Hey,
you mean?
up?
Hey, Cindy was really
Yo.
nice, believe me, I'll tell you that.
Man, you were probably throwing that ones, were you?
Shit, I was throwing more than that, okay? I was going to see how far they could take it, you know? I mean, you know, at a certain point, you keep paying for dances. I mean, shit, how far can you go, you know?
Yeah, dude, I guess so. Well, hey, make sure you get the, the club discount.
What do you mean? The fuck? Hello, you're on the air.
Bertacci.
I don't know what that means. Hello, you're on the air.
Mr. V, you truly shat in your thinking cap this time, man.
What you mean,
Dead
homie?
Space needs a remake?
Oh, absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely. What you mean, bro?
Dead Space needs no remake? For
Play
a
it.
game
Play
from
it. Take out the damn
2008?
nostalgia glasses. Take out the damn nostalgia
I
glasses,
played
and
it
you will
like
see
last
that it
year.
is dated.
It still looks great. The use of shadow and lightning in that game, man.
It's a
It's
Resident Evil 4
style
clone. Like, it's
over-
really not even that great of a game, okay? Let's just get real.
Come on, you know that's.
No, I am not playing
It was
contrarian.
inspired. It was inspired, sure. the guy
Bullshit.
said
They
it-
blatantly ripped it off, bro.
Oh, come on, it's so different.
This is going to
The
be better,
setting
okay?
alone-
This is going to be the
setting
biggest Dead
alone.
Space. All the Zoomers are going to play Dead Space for the first time because that shit came out 20 years ago, basically,
Well,
at
I
this
guess
point.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, I
no,
know.
more people should play it. It's a great
Right,
game.
right.
You know that. But it still
Absolutely.
plays and looks great, in my opinion. It really doesn't need a remake. They
Well,
should
you
do,
probably got mods on it and all that crap, too, don't you?
No.
You got a
I've never
reshade
installed it.
mod.
No, nothing.
Okay.
Didn't need it. No.
Not too
one
bad, because
bit.
it's happening anyway in 2 minutes. So you better buckle up because it's over
Well,
for you. You fake Dead
Yeah,
Space
I'm
fans.
curious.
You
I'm curious.
fake
But
Dead Space fans.
Instead of giving this attention, you should look at the Callisto Protocol. That's the next game from the main head behind the
Oh,
original
here
Dead
we
Space.
go.
Glenn Stowe.
Yeah. No,
Did
I'm
you-
going to give this. Well, no one knows about that game.
What? Yeah. Well, do you even remember the trailer?
Hell
Okay.
no.
You know what's super weird about the game? It shares the universe with PUBG. It's placed in the same universe.
Ooh.
It's super weird, but I mean it's the same guy. He showed that he can do it, so I'm.
Well,
looking
he's
forward
probably
to it.
he's probably
I'll
really
give it a
salty
chance.
about he's probably really salty about this. I mean, they're taking his baby and they're doing whatever the fuck they want with it. So I mean, you
Well,
know.
he must still be getting money from this too.
Well,
though.
yeah, hey, they're going
He
to send
was
me the
the executive
paycheck. I don't give a
himself.
fuck what they do with it. You know, I mean, if
Yeah,
I create
yeah.
something and someone else remakes it and it gets really big or something, I don't give a fuck. As long as you pay me.
Right? You know, it's
You know, I
extra
mean,
money.
fuck
I
it.
don't even have to work for, so go ahead, do that. Sure.
Exactly. That's why they keep making all these movies. And, John Carpenter's happy about Halloween because they keep making them. He's getting paid. Fuck it. You know.
Right. Yesterday you asked for advice and a bit about the show and what you could do.
Well,
right?
I mean, we got about
So-
50 seconds, so make it quick.
50 seconds. Okay, here's the thing. Just post controversial topics in the title of the stream, like Dark Souls 2 is the best Dark Souls, shit like that. Saints Row 1 and 2 versus 3 and 4. By the way, I think 3 and 4 are great.
Well, I mean, they're not. I mean,
Especially
they're better than
all
what the
three
fuck
was
they're doing
super
now.
good.
They're better than what the fuck they're doing now. I'll tell you that.
Right. Well, we'll see. It looks.
Don't
like
even
it.
come over here and pretend to shield that
Or-
shit, bro.
And Far Cry. I mean, Far Cry has been going downhill ever since
Oh,
Far
yeah.
Cry 1.
Well, the new one
I-
looks terrible. I mean, everyone's shilling it.
Well, it gets worse and worse, and ever since Far Cry 1. I think Far Cry 1's king because you have less of the whole story dialogue shit. It's just gameplay. Gameplay is king, man.
Absolutely. Hell yeah. Well, we appreciate you. We got 10 seconds. Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right, guys, we're getting started here. Here we go. Last super chat before we get started.
Young
3,
Mets donated
2,
$5
1.
through
The
Super
Dead
Chat.
Space remake. Fake
I've
Dead
been
Space fans
replaying
apologize
through the
right
Dead
here
Space
and right
series
now.
on
Look at
Game
this right
Pass.
here.
Even 3. I really hope they don't fuck this up.
Well, they've already done it.
Watching world
It's
class
over.
at work.
We out here.
Let's
Oh yeah,
go.
at work. Okay, come on. You know, I need more audio. Here we go. Young Meds coming through. Hell yeah, brother. We appreciate it. You know what they should do? I'm going to be shocked if they do this. I'm thinking of it right now. Who's going to appear on the screen first? It's going to be a female. Okay, they're recapping here. We've seen this already. I hope they have something more to show than that. I really do. Bro, don't tell me that's it. What a waste. Oh, hell.
Hi everyone,
Oh,
my name is
man.
Sid Sham.
This
I'm
is
senior
not gonna go
producer
well,
on Dead
is it?
Space. With me here today is
Can't hear
Roman
ya.
Campos Oguera, the creative director on the project.
Hello everyone.
T'es prêt, Roman?
Toujours.
All right, let's get started. What we're about to do today is a bit unorthodox for us at EA.
Forky donated 79
I
pence
gotta
through
turn that off,
Super
dude.
Chat.
Come on,
First
man.
look at some very early, and I'll say very, very early footage.
Damn, they're gonna show us. They're gonna show us footage. I'm
Footage from the
surprised.
game. But we wanted to do this because we want to be open with the communication and open about how we're tackling this game. However, I want to be clear. This is not a gameplay reveal. We're not going to be showcasing very long sections of the game or one full chapters. We want to give you all an early look at the game that we're making to be able to see reactions across the community about the game that we're making. And there's 2 reasons why we want to do that. First, at Motives, one thing that really is important for us is that we want to create a game that excites players. And I think that SARS Squadrons was actually a great example of this. It came from the nostalgia that the team had over the X-Wing versus TIE Fighter franchise.
Forky donated
Through
79
the
pence
experience
through Super Chat.
And it's a little bit what we want to do for Dead Space. We see this project and we want to make sure that we're honoring the legacy, that we stay true to the source, true to the original. And for us, the best way to do that is to engage with the community early on, to be able to give you first look inside, like behind the curtain, and see the game that we're making and be able to think, to see how we're tackling it. And we've actually been doing this since the very beginning of the project. We got in contact during the conception phase with the community council that we created, some hardcore Dead Space fans that remain active even after years of inactivity for the Dead Space franchise. And with this community council, we've established a relationship where we gave them first look at some of the executive presentations that we were making within EA, some of the creative brief, game design documents, first playable footage of the game, and in exchange, we asked them brutal feedback, like, what are we making?
Well, you better
Is it
contact
good? Is
World
it what
Class.
fans expect out of this remake.
Where does it suck?
Where does it suck? Like, most importantly.
Damn, these
for
guys
this
are
live
fucking
stream today,
based.
We're actually thrilled to have 2 of the community council members with us, joining us. So we have
there she
Jackie
is,
Butler
you know?
and
I was
Khalif
waiting for the
Adams
female to
joining
pop
us
up.
for this live stream. Hello, Jackie. Hi, Khalif. How are you?
Oh my
Hi,
goodness.
Phil. Hi, Roman. We're doing great.
Oh,
Very
man.
excited to be here.
Excited to see
Great.
you both, seeing that you're all hanging out in Montreal looking good. I see they got you all made up, looking cute. I love it. I appreciate it. I'm Khalif Adams, one of the hosts, or the host of the Spawn on Me podcast. I'm super excited to be here. I'm a huge
Let's
Dead
go!
Space fan. I've been waiting
Jesus
for this for a
Lord.
very long time. And I get to rock with one of my favorite content creators on the planet. Jackie, let the folks at home know a little bit more about you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jackie Butler. I'm a cardiac nurse extern, soon to be RN, as well as a streamer and content creator here on Twitch.
Oh.
Let me tell you, Khalif, Roman, Phil, there's very few games that I wish I could experience for the first time again. One of those is obviously Dead Space. So I'm literally over the moon to be here. No, pun intended, you know what I'm saying? So let's get straight into it and talk about the Dead Space remake.
Show me! What is
You're gonna
this?
dive right in with the classic
Charlie
dark and
donated $5
claustrophobic
Australian
headbanger
dollars through
hallway.
Super
Oh,
Chat.
man.
Shown here
The
on the screen is
necromorphs
what
will
Dead
be
Space
wearing
looked
the
like in
masks and
2008.
getting the Fauci
Although
ouchie and it'll be
revolutionary
Aisha
differences,
Clark
let's
now
see the
bigot.
design process
Woke
and
space.
how it looks now. Roman and Phil, can you show us more?
Penguin Zero, hell yeah, brother, we appreciate
Yeah,
it.
so actually, one of the first things that we did was we went back to the legacy assets for the game.
What the fuck is this?
So we wanted to recreate with the proxies, the full ship, the Ishimura, to recreate it. And then our team went in
what the
and
fuck?
started adding level of details to the environment so that we could have a higher fidelity and start seeing what can the game look like on next generation of consoles. So we went in, added details, then started working on the
Come
shaders
on,
and the materials
guys.
to try to have that
Carl
look,
Donovan donated
that we
$2
were
through
after.
Super Chat.
And just like
Pretty
get the
sure
right
Jackie
materials out
gave
of
me
the
a lap
environment.
dance last night.
From there, we did like a first pass
We're gonna
of
have to go
lighting
back tonight,
to try to
fuck
get the
this
mood
shit.
right, because
hell yeah, brother, we appreciate Carl
is pretty
Donovan.
much on lighting.
man.
And then
Can't
on
even hear this
VFX,
shit. It's so fucking
to try
low.
to get like that full picture of what are we after, what are we trying to achieve for the game, and it looks great on a few stills, but it actually looks way better in game.
So what type of engine did you guys use to create this? And what graphics are you aiming for?
So great question, Jackie. We're using Frostbite as our dev engine, and we're going for obviously high-end graphics, high-end fidelity, and our focus is on lighting, VFX, and just overall audio experience to make sure that we would deliver the right atmosphere, something that was key in the original game.
Yeah, so I know we have a real live functional build currently. Can you bring that up? And this again is a work in progress.
So yes, that's super early. Like it's end of pre-production build. We are just starting production, so it's really far from being done. But one thing we really wanted, and you touched about it, it's really wanted to make sure that we nail the ambience and not only the look, the lightings, the VFX, the fog, but also nail that ambience. Give you the feeling that you're in the Ishimura, you're inside those dark corridors. And not only it's in engine, it's actually in game.
What does she look like, a PS3 game?
So that rig, that armor, it's not the original, it's a new one, it's still work in progress, it's gonna be improved a lot, but it gives a first taste at Isaac Clarke in the remake. Look, here we are.
Wow.
I mean, the lighting, everything looks phenomenal. The smoke.
Yeah, but what about the
This is
gore?
Very much what we should be expecting at this point from next generation graphics.
It's really Dead Space, but like you never saw it, I think.
So it has been almost 13 years, you know, since the original game came out, the original Dead Space. Why is this remake happening now, and
Because they need to
what
make some
exactly
money.
is this remake? Can you elaborate on that?
So one thing that's important for us, and that's why it's for PS5, Xbox Series, or for PC, is that it's not about one thing. Like Dead Space is a super strong experience, and so it's really about improving on a lot of different elements to create that original but still new experience. Whether it's new lighting,
Come
and
on,
retracing,
guys.
whether like Phil mentioned,
Ice the
it's
One
about
donated
audio,
€2
whether
through
it's
Super Chat.
improvements to
PS2
gameplay
graphics,
and,
Gay
adding
Woke
new
shirt,
synergy, or
code.
you're gonna
Oh,
see
yeah.
maybe later improvements and dismemberment and how you actually deal damage to the enemies. Whether it's about having an unbroken and continuous experience, it's about doing a lot of improvements and how we enrich that experience. And so that's really what that remake is about.
Yeah, because, you know, we have been looking at Reddit, we've been looking online, and there has been some people in the community noting that, you know, the game already stood the test of time. This is still considered to be, quote unquote, a perfect game.
No!
Exactly. And
It's
so,
horrible!
like we show, like I mentioned, what's really important for us is to capture that original ambience, that original experience, but like you've never experienced before.
Oh
And
my God,
that's
it's so
really
loud.
the age.
Carl Donovan donated $2
Yeah,
through
guys.
Super
it's
Chat.
clear, like,
This
we're-
is
we
all
wanna
they
make
have
sure
to
that we're
show.
honoring the legacy
Yikes.
of our production.
I
Yikes.
thought they wouldn't show anything,
Yikes.
but yeah,
But
yeah.
at the same time,
Hell
we
yeah.
want to make it relevant for today. Like the games have evolved a lot since the original Dead Space came out. From obviously graphics, which is like the easiest way to see how it changed, but also as far as systems.
Not easiest necessarily to make.
Well, no, not easiest to make. No, that's for sure. But as far as systems, as far as just opportunities for gameplay and how to leverage it, that's something that we think that, given the evolution that Dead Space had within its own franchise, with Dead Space 2 and Dead Space 3, but also how the franchise, how just the game industry evolved outside.
Well,
Dead
it got
Space.
worse.
There's
You know, the game
opportunities
industry
for
got
us
worse.
to make a better, a more complete experience, let's say.
Yeah, I'm just blown away at how good everything looked from just even that small glimpse into the engine. It feels like, you know, I know you're saying it's really early. It's really early, but it's just this is. My goodness, what is it going to look like when we wind up getting kind of further down the line? So that's really fantastic.
We might keep some surprise for later.
What's that mean?
So, can you please now show the stat comparison of the original 2008 game versus the current?
No, it does not look that bad. No, it does not look that bad, bro.
You know, you remember
Bro, the original game does not look that bad.
£49 through Super Chat. Monsters Incorporated scare floor for the PS2 looks better than this trash.
It's always interesting
What
to
do you
see just
mean?
how far
Southern
we've
Show,
come
hell
in
yeah, brother,
terms
we
of
appreciate
technology,
it.
right?
Bro,
Like
they downgrade. That is
it
not
was only
what the
13
original
years
game
ago,
looks like,
but
bro.
it seems like we've gone leaps and bounds.
No.
Where we're able to kind of take it. All the kind of small details you're seeing on the newer model of Isaac is really fantastic to see.
What are your current goals for the remake?
Jason
exactly?
donated
How are you gonna honor the legacy of Dead
$1.99
Space?
through
That
Super
is
Chat.
huge shoes to
Same
fill.
boring developer interviews
Bars high.
#Zoomer
Yeah, the
gaming.
industry needs to really get over this crap.
And like
It's
the
really
team is
bad.
actually extremely passionate. We're referencing a lot to the original game, having a lot of looks at it. And
A spider!
like I said, by making it relevant, we're looking at different games and what they did, and see how can we bring it back inside Dead Space. So, like, one of the example is something that we're trying to do is to have an unbroken experience, to make the
Bro,
game
that is not what
fully
the original game
seamless.
looks like,
And
bro.
how can that create an experience where the players even more immersed within the game than was
I
previously
mean, if
the
that's
case.
really what it looks like, then it's aged
really
terribly.
one of the big objectives that we have for that game is that from even before the start screen till the end of the game, the rolling credits, to never have any break of experience, to have that full and uninterrupted sequence shot. And so that, of course, has a lot of impact on what we're building. And just starting with how the Ishimura and the structure of the game is built, because we don't want any cut. So there should be no loading. How do the full ship should be walkable from end to end seamlessly, etc. There's a lot of elements that start to unfold when you start to think the game through that lens of really unbroken immersion.
And like really from the get-go, like we gave ourselves an objective. Like if possible, could we have players wanting to take the controller and play for 12 hours straight, never putting that down, not even going to the bathroom, just because they were so immersed within the game. And that's what we're after. That's like the type of immersion that we want to be able to achieve.
That's going to be a back of the box quote. You can't go to the bathroom on the back of the box.
Carl Donovan
appreciate it. But I also
donated
heard you talk
$2
about,
through
you know, how
Super
you wanna
Chat.
double down on,
Isaac
or at least
Clarke has
really
more
focus in on
graphics
what makes
now.
Dead Space
Consume
fantastic
same
around
game.
The horror aspect
I mean,
of the game too. I'd love to hear more about that.
So of course, horror it's one of the main pillar of Dead Space, and it's about a lot of elements in Dead Space. So of course,
Donovan,
the
hell yeah,
story,
brother, we appreciate it.
It's about that. It's that iconic survival horror story. You're alone, trapped on that hulking spaceship. But the main element for
my
us
God,
was
guys.
to get the ambience
LT Dan
right. And so
2K donated
that's why we
$5
started
through
with,
Super
with
Chat.
elements
Pig.
like, for
Oink
example,
oink,
the
I love this
fair.
slot.
Yeah, yeah.
workshop
Keep
that we
shoveling
can
it
see,
in.
in the
Oink
teaser.
oink, I can't
Oh,
wait to
shit.
pay
Make sure
$69.99 plus tip for this greasy,
it's about
slimy
more
slop.
than
Pig.
just the gore or the monsters or
Dan,
the story
2K,
of the
hell yeah,
character.
brother,
It's
we
really
appreciate
about
it.
the Ishimura and how isolated and stressed you feel when you're inside that ship. And so that's really an important pillar for us. And so that's why we want you to be fully immersed and to never be able to pull out from that experience.
The pacing was so good. Like, it was a master class in pacing, the original Dead Space, to keep you on the edge of your seat all the time. And that's actually something that we challenged the team early on. Like, how can we make sure that we don't break
fall
that
asleep
recipe,
out
that we
here.
don't
Holy
break,
shit.
the
We
right
could've just
amount
done a blog
of
post,
nothing
you
happening
know?
that's going
I
to
mean,
actually
fuck.
increase the level of tension when you're playing. And so far, the team's been taking that challenge and doing an amazing job at it. And it's always something that's at the back of our head in every review that we're doing, and they're delivering amazing work on it.
It's one of the things, it's how can we keep players constantly on their toes, and we might have some surprise coming on that, and on how much you can be surprised even when you're doing something you wrote. It's a lot of fun.
So what would this stream be without necromorphs? Isn't that what we are really here for? When we say cut off their limbs, you know, we want you to experience every gory detail of dismembering iconic necromorphs. Now we will showcase our dismemberment gym.
Here we
The
go.
dev team has created a
This is what we
healing
want to
system
see.
that will be implemented
Let's
into
go.
combat.
Let's
Would you mind
go.
telling us more about the original system versus the new system and what peeling actually means?
I think actually something that's very important, as you can see with the feed, like it is definitely a gym, and it's intentional that we showcase this in a gym because we're so early with it. Visually, we're not at the right level of quality where we want to achieve, but we want to showcase functionality here. That's what we want to talk about, and what is the system that we have in mind.
I don't know about
for
that.
peeling,
I
like you
mean-
said.
So obviously, same thing, it's a really early build. It's a gym. Everything
Jesus
that you
Christ,
see
made in
is work in
dreams, you know?
progress. It's
Fuck me.
first implementation. A lot
even
of
show
VFX
this.
are missing.
I mean,
a lot
fuck.
of those modelizations
2023
are not
game.
final and missing a lot of things like flesh tearing, etc. But one thing that is important for us, that I just show, it's first, of course, dismemberment is back. And it's back with all the depth and fun you can have in Dead Space. But one thing we wanted to, and those are the only things, those are the things you can say only on Dead Space. One of the thing we wanted to improve about that experience is when you're using a weapon that is not a carving weapon, like something not like the plasma cutter. Plasma cutter is really fun to use. You can just shoot at anything, and really you have that instant feedback of the limb getting cut, etc. But when you had a different weapon, knowing how much damage you were dealing to the enemy, how was he reacting, etc., it was not necessarily as visceral and as clear as the original. And so that's the thing we're working on at the moment, and we call peeling. It's basically that body destruction technology that we're developing that
It's too far away to even look at this. I mean,
is allowing us to really
he's too far away from the
remove-
enemy. I can't see that.
So at the moment, the flesh out of the bones of the enemy, and to give you a good sense not only of gore and horror and ambience, but also of how much damage am I dealing to that opponent. Is my weapon actually useful against this one? How close is he to die? And that's something for me that is really interesting. And so when we were speaking about why doing a remake and where can we improve, those are an example of what we
Oh,
can do.
it
with
looks
that.
pretty
We
cool.
don't
I
have
mean,
anymore
come
to
on,
choose
guys.
which feature we actually want to push. We can have dismemberment. We can have much more precision and body destruction. We can have seamless loading for the
closer.
warship, etc., etc. And that's something really, really interesting for us. And another thing that is actually really interesting with that system. So again, for the moment, it's really early. For the moment, we're only showcasing it on the naked slasher, so you only see it with the flesh. But of course, later it's going to support like the claw, body armor, different layers, weak points, etc. But it also improved one of the core of shooting in Dead Space, which is around the precision, and not only the
Come
precision
on, there's a
of the
fucking
weapon,
tornado
but
out
for
here.
example, the precision of the plasma cutter. And so if I was to shoot, let's say, on that leg, then if I'm shooting here, I'm not going to cut the leg because I'm not shooting at the place where the bone is actually visible. If I want to cut that leg now, I need to be much more careful and precise in my aiming and in the shooting. And then for us, what is interesting is that it opened a whole new layer of shooting and combat loop where you can have some weapons that are better at carving through the enemies, some weapons that are better at cleaning them. Sorry for the mic. Some weapons that are better at cleaning the enemy and removing the flesh and the tissue, etc. And that's something really really interesting for us.
Anytime Roman speaks about dismemberment, he gets overly passionate and expressive.
What the fuck?
About it. Even with the team internally. He shows a lot of passion in that topic. So
Yeah.
I can just imagine you being on the phone and talking to somebody who's like, yeah, we need to get more body dismemberment and more destruction on the body. And people are just like, what in the heck is he talking about? But it looks great.
Sometimes,
Yeah, it looks amazing.
sometimes there's weird moments like that in the team where you do a meeting about dismemberment and blood and gore and dead bodies, and you misspell somebody's name and you're inviting somebody else to that meeting that is not part of the team, and they go like,
Oh no. Brace yourself. Strap in. So Roman, on what level can we expect the detail of filleting necromorphs, essentially? How detailed are we talking here?
in terms of the body destruction, the peeling, it's going to be really super detailed, as we can see on that video. So that's the first steps of that technology, if the video is playing, which is not, I think, at the moment. Yes, here we go.
This is nerd-ass shit.
You can see that it's really
Like, dude,
super
goddamn.
precise. It's exactly where you're aiming, where you're shooting. It's exactly respecting the shape of the projectile at the enemy. If it was fire, you would see it going through the body of your enemy and burning the flesh, etc. It's the peeling, that body destruction system is going to be super precise. In terms of pure dismemberment, and then where you're able to cut the necromorph's limbs, here where we want to improve it, because we feel like characters like the Slasher, for example, it was already really deep in terms of gameplay. Like, there are different behavior based on whether you were cutting the legs or the head, where they go berserk, etc. So here our goal, it's for enemies like Slasher, it's not necessarily to improve or give more precision where you cut.
What am I looking at?
It's more to try to extend that fun and that depth to other enemies that tend to be a bit lighter in terms of dismemberment and behavior, like, for example, the Infector or the Brute. Like, I can't wait to show you when you get behind the Brute and you start to peel his back and dig for weak points.
Oh, I can't wait.
That's the type of improvement we're going for.
Get to the weak points.
Yeah, I love the peeling of the different layers of skin down to the organs and bones, especially coming from a medical background. It's just insane to see. The level of expectation is very much up here, and we'll hold you accountable.
One thing that you might have noticed quickly in the prototype, and that's something we want to experience a bit more. We want to dig a bit more. It's when you actually cut a limb, but there's still a layer of flesh. We don't necessarily always want the limb to go out and fly away, and sometimes we keep it attached by the layer of flesh or tendrils to the body. So currently that VFX is missing, but the technology to keep it attached and dangling is there. And so you can grab those with kinesis to make it a bit faster to dismember them, and then you can throw them back to the opponent. So I think we'll speak a little bit more about kinesis after, but that's also the power and weapon synergy loop. That's also something we want to try to improve in the Dead Space remake.
Yeah, by bringing it back, like it gives you an option to. We actually took back the impalement from Dead Space 2.
Ice the one donated €2 through Super Chat.
Right in front of
Look
you,
a lot like
using it as a
Dylan.
projectile against your enemy. So it gives you more creative opportunities to kill your enemies. Really.
So that means that we're gonna go from we're gonna continue to have cut off your limbs, and we're gonna have dangle your limbs too. Be the thing that people are gonna start screaming in the chat pretty soon. One of the other, you talked about, how some of these pieces of tech are adding to the improvements of what this remake is going to wind up being. I'd love to hear you kind of talk a little bit more about, some other improvements that we've seen, not only in scale in terms of, rooms that we've seen before. We saw the headbanger room a second ago, but I want to dig into, and let's pull up the 0G therapy room, which I think also showcases this kind of next layer of where you're thinking about going from an improvements perspective. Just talk a little bit about, where you're kind of seeing this move. We see Isaac kind of in the space right now, floating around the space. Probably going to show off some of his thrusters and stuff in a minute. I'd love to hear more about, kind of where you're thinking about in terms of improvements in this layer too.
So for us, really, going back to the original Dead Space, it was something that we felt, so again, super early build, that we felt we could actually improve in terms of experience and immersion. It's the zero-G and how you would move around in zero-G. And that's something that was really good and improving the experience in Dead Space 2 and 3 that we felt was really missing in the original Dead Space. And so that's why we took that mechanic of flying around when you're in zero-G and with much more 360-degree freedom. And now you can play Dead Space and really feel you're in space during those moments. And so also that's a mechanic that we're starting to improve a bit on. Like, for example, now you can interact as you fly around. You can go into tighter corridors, those kind of things. But also, it allows us to revisit some of the old content and create new ways to navigate, new paths. Like here in the original, you would have gone back through that door, through where you came from. And here, it allows us to create new environments with eventually new challenges to surprise also the people that know the game and will be like, oh, wait, what's that? What's that? And now we're going to surprise you.
So it's really delivering on the fantasy of being in space, making sure that we're able to use that and revisiting all the places in the game in the original where there was zero-G, which was the Superman jump back in Dead Space 1, and now applying full 360 motion and finding ways to provide a real challenge in this type of environment. And so far, there's been very good ideas like this one about how can we retraverse through the same environment and provide something new for the players. So we're definitely on the lookout for these opportunities when we revisit each of these gameplay sections.
Love that.
Yeah, for me in the original game, that zero-G jump was very disorienting. I don't know if anyone else agrees with this, but it made me very disoriented. So seeing quality of life improvements carried from 2 back into 1 with the thrusters and the movement is incredible. That's a huge improvement as is. It's funny. The community quickly recognized and deciphered the Morse code from the Ishimura in the original reveal that we had. People figured it out right away from the blinking flashing lights. But we didn't see any comments on the subreddit or online about the thrusters on Isaac. There was nothing. Where was that? Look alive, chat.
But
yeah.
But no, it's really interesting because then also, like I was mentioning, it allows us to revisit to zero-G areas, potentially create new ones, and add a whole set of different challenges, that were not present in Dead Space 1, that we can now create or recreate
the game was never
because
really
you
all
have
that.
all that freedom of motion.
Like there was no tension or suspense in the original. It's all fucking. It's just an action shooter.
There was also
like, the
one
game was never really great
question
to begin with.
that was prevalent throughout the community that we saw time and time again, and that is the topic of microtransactions.
Oh,
they were
come
apparent
on,
in Dead
man.
Space 3. So at this point, can you please be transparent and honest regarding microtransactions? And if that will make an appearance in Dead Space
I hope it does.
remake.
So very, very clear, no microtransaction, none at all. No, not
That's what I'm
like
talking
you
about.
mentioned already in an interview, I think, yes, no, we don't have that in the remake.
That's awesome.
Good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's good to hear. I think everybody
So
in the
this
chat
time
and
it's
everybody in the community.
on the record.
Yeah.
Very
It's on the
I hope
record
the crowd
now.
is
So
going wild. That's what we want to
that
hear,
means
okay?
Chromcat
That's
is
2 back-to-box
putting you in
quotes
his
that we've
Dead
gotten
Space
for the stream
folder.
already. That's easy. Well done. We've talked a lot about the improvements, things you kind of want to transition, ways you want to improve not only the gameplay but all the systems around it. But I think one of the things we haven't gotten a chance to talk about is how do you want to enrich the storytelling in this game as well? There's lots of different aspects to that, and I'd love to hear more thoughts about how you're trying to broaden and expand that as well.
So about the story and narrative as a broader topic in Dead Space. First, we are not going to change the foundation of the story because that story is really iconic and it's just a great sci-fi horror story. It's really about being Isaac and going into that hulking spaceship and feeling alone and isolated as you try to survive all those space zombies and stuff, and trying to find Nicole, trying to solve that mystery about the marker and stuff. All of those core themes of the originals, those are elements that not only we really want to continue to have in the game, but that we want to build on top of. The things that we want to enrich in terms of story or narrative, it's really about the bigger universe of Dead Space. We want to have more ties with what came after, whether it's the books, whether it's the anime, whether it's Dead Space 2. We want to put back the original in a more, in a better way, if I can say, inside that broader universe. And yes, sometimes it can be through really soul message or the audio links or message in the environment. Sometimes it will be a bit more, and we can come to that later. But also one thing we wanted to make, we wanted to build a bit more on some of the characters around Isaac, whether it's Kendra or Hammond. And one thing for me that's really important in Dead Space is, as Isaac in the story, you're looking for Nicole, but actually in game, not so much, yes, we can say. So that's something we want to improve. We want to give you the means to actually look for her, and more than look for her, learn what happened to her during the outbreak. That's one of the elements that we're going to not necessarily improve in the story, but enrich, and that we want to add in the lore of the game.
I'm excited for that. Again, that's one of those things where, you know, the world building that you wind up doing through the ship and through those small audio logs, and you know the way you've kind of talked about, you know, bringing up some of those elements into kind of a next layer that we'll be able to get a chance to see. I'm just hyped to see where that's all going to land, because it's just going to be so cool to see what things, when you do that one-to-one comparison, it's like, oh, that thing got changed, got added there.
Yeah, I definitely had same questions on like my first playthrough and the many other times. It's like, what about the marker? What exactly did happen to Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan? I just want more of a cohesive, you know, make us whole narrative type situation, which I'm really hoping that you guys deliver on for this future game.
You will be one of the first to know, I think.
Oh man, you know what I'm saying?
You know,
Touché.
Council privileges. One of the other and kind of big questions that a lot of folks in the community have been wondering about, have been thinking about, and hopefully you'll be able to give us an answer on this one is, will Isaac be voiced in this game?
Well, that's a good question.
Excuse me? I have something to say.
Oh, what?
Excuse me? I have something to say.
Who the fuck's that?
And it's been a long time coming.
Who the fuck
Hi,
is
I'm
this?
Gunnar Wright, and I'm excited to announce that I'm reprising my role as Isaac Clarke for the remake of Dead Space 1. I want to thank all of you for allowing me to give Isaac a voice. I can't wait to suit up, throw that rig on, and do my best to try to keep Isaac alive. Although I've got a feeling some of you might try to keep me from doing that. In the words of Isaac Clarke, stick around. I'm full of bad ideas.
That's what.
So you got Troy Baker.
That's amazing.
Gunnar will
amazing.
be coming back.
He has to. He's Isaac.
Oh my
He has
goodness.
to. He has no choice, okay?
He has no choice. We made him do it. Phil Roman, share some thoughts on Gunnar coming back as Isaac.
Well, actually, it was one of the first things that we discussed with the council at the very beginning. Like, it was one of those open questions that we had. The initial Dead Space, there was obviously no voice for Isaac. But that was changed for Dead Space 2, Dead Space 3. Gunnar played an amazing part in this and delivered a great performance to create that character. And so for us, it was really a question like, oh, should we voice them for this remake or not? Should we stay? Which is why like we engage in that conversation with all the folks on the council to try to see what, from your perspective, what was your opinion on this key topic? And what was clear was that, well, if he's back, it has to be Isaac. It has to be Gunnar. Isaac is Gunnar. And so like we started to have these discussions with casting, and it became very, very clear rapidly that for us, that was the right angle to tackle this topic.
Yes, for me, it's, so first, as a fan of Dead Space, before even being on that project, it was, yeah, Gunnar is Isaac. And revisiting Dead Space 1, amazing game, and revisiting Isaac, for me, we needed Isaac to be in Dead Space 1. And so that's why, for me, it was really important, and I was so happy to be able to have him be Isaac in Dead Space 1. But one thing that is really important for us, there is something that is key in the Dead Space theme and ambience. It's the isolation. You're alone. You're alone on that spaceship. You're alone facing those enemies. It's really that feeling of being isolated and alone. And sometimes hearing a voice, it fights against that. Like, you know, you're going to the basement, it's dark, and you're looking for the light, and you talk to yourself because it's reassuring, especially when you're alone in the dark. And so that's something we didn't want it to break in Dead Space. And so Isaac is only going to talk. One of the rules that we have is that Isaac is only going to talk when he's being talked to. He is going to respond. He's going to engage with Eamon. He's going to engage with Kendra and so on. He's going to be part of those discussions. But then, when he's alone, when you're alone in that dark corridor, he's not going to talk. He's not going to break that immersion. He's not going to break that feeling of isolation. But one thing that was important for us, for Isaac as a character, is he's not a space marine. He's a really specific type of character. Not only is Isaac, but also he's an engineer. And so we really wanted to give him more a sense of being the main character of that story, giving more sense of agency on what's going on. And so when there's a new objective, when there's a discussion about how are we going to blow that barricade, how are we going to restart the engine of the ship, we wanted Isaac to be part of that discussion. We wanted Isaac to be part of the solution. He's the expert. He's the space engineer. And so that's why also we wanted to give him a voice. We wanted to improve the character on that perspective. So here it is. Gunnar is back.
Couldn't be happier about that.
We couldn't either.
Jackie, what any more thoughts about Gunnar being back in the game?
No, I'm very excited. I mean, this is expected. The council very much told you guys that is exactly what we wanted, and I'm really glad that followed through. Everything came through. Very excited.
Yeah, I am hyped. Even though I did not get the part, it's okay, Gunnar. We will let you rock as Isaac this time around. You know, Dead Space 2 remake. I will be Isaac at some point.
You're a close second, Khalif. Close second.
See, this is why I love you. I appreciate. See, this is again another back of the box.
Honest.
Again, this is the reason why we do this kind of work. We're almost out of time, but I want to give you two gents a little bit of time just to share again any last thoughts you have with the folks here watching the chat and everybody else out in the land who are Dead Space fans right now.
Yeah, well, one thing, like I said at the beginning,
wrap it up.
The purpose for us to do this is to hear your feedback, hear your thoughts. So hopefully we've shown a few assets. We've talked about the game. Hopefully that triggers some discussion that we're able to look and see and understand what's important for the
game
community.
has already failed. Oh my
that's
God.
really the purpose for us.
Mamez Chebs donated $1 through Super
so
Chat.
that we can get that
Yeah,
feedback
we appreciate
back.
it.
And another important element really for us is that we've started a little bit less than a year now on that project, and we start to have some amazing things, I think, and its production is just starting. And I'm incredibly amazed and proud of everything the team is doing. Like, it's one of the most amazing teams I've worked with, and I want to thank them again and again for everything they're doing. And not only because do believe it's amazing, but also because it's really difficult time for building all of these things in that context of the podium and the pandemic and working from all and all these things. And so being able to see all these assets, all these arts, the gameplay they are building in that context, I'm just like, wow, I'm blown away. Like,
the team's amazing.
Thank you very much, guys.
That was a really beautiful concept art you had on the screen there. It was medical. It was stunning. I can't wait for everyone to see that in the actual game shipped.
Yes.
This is so pretty. I want this as a desktop background.
Right? Seriously. I don't want to live there, but I want that as a piece of my desktop art.
Who changes their desktop background?
We can hook you up, Jackie. We can hook you up.
Nice.
Who cares what it looks
Jackie,
like?
before we get up out of here, any last words for the folks at home?
No, I had a wonderful time, and I want to thank Motive and EA, for allowing Khalif and I to be a part of this wonderful community. Thank you, Roman and Phil, and also thank you all those unsung heroes, on the dev team working hard to make this ship for the best possible thing, So thank you so much.
Yeah, and I'll just end out and say again, Phil and Roman and the rest of the team, you all are putting in such great work to bring this game back to life in a fantastic way. I, as a huge fan, am extremely excited to dangle their limbs and do all of those things within that game. And we hope that also our friends and our compadres over in the council as well. We hope we did you proud today. Everybody at home who's watching the stream, make sure you go check out Dead Space Twitter account so you can get some more updates when they go live. And again, thank you so much for being here today. Take care, and we'll see you.
Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Holy fuck, thank God that's over. Jesus Christ. Alrighty, yeah, not too much to say there, really. I mean, it's just whatever. Same game, but better graphics. I mean, nah, not going to be there day one. Not really a big Dead Space fan, and if it's the same fucking game, I don't really care. So, never got into Dead Space. With that said, let's jump into the lines. I mean, if I wanted to play Dead Space again, I'd just put in the old game. I mean, I'm not going to notice the differences while I'm playing anyway, so it's not really a big fucking deal. Hello, you're on the air. God, that was...
Sorry, say it again, mate, but it's over.
Yeah.
It is over.
Yeah.
Did you really have any expectation going into that?
I mean, I don't know.
Be honest.
I don't know.
Yeah. You know what, man? I'm absolutely sick to death of this shit now. How many times have I called it to you after a show?
Yeah, I know.
And like you said the other day before the, what was it? The last show that was on, you were saying, yeah, everyone on the bus, everyone together. And I said to you, I go, listen, do not get your hopes up. And
right, yeah.
2 minutes into that, you was already saying, what the fuck? You get me?
Yeah.
What?
Christian Romero donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Buzzwords, no gameplay, no soul.
It looked exactly the same. There was no difference in my eyes.
There really wasn't. I mean, maybe better lighting, and that's about it.
Yeah, forget that. What's the next thing? Ray tracing in Dead Space. That's what it'll be. Everyone will jump on board then. Go on, reset everyone now. Look, go on V.
Oh,
go on all these other things. Everyone
I can't
pouring
handle
in.
that. I can't handle the shilling.
Listen, no, don't. I am so close to just completely giving up with all of this. Why is it so hard to just bring something out that's fucking good?
It's
people, look, how much is this Dead Space going to be? How much is the Dead Space new Dead Space?
Probably $70.
$70 day one, Xbox Series X, PS5. It is fucking over. Anyone that pays that money is part of the problem, and they're the reason this industry is on its fucking ass, big time.
Yeah.
And there's no getting away from that. The past 4 shows that you have shown on your stream have been absolutely dog shit. Every single one. Name one thing you've seen from any of the past 4 shows, yeah, that you can categorically sit there and say, I'm excited for that. One thing.
It's over.
It is fucking over. And anyone that shills this, anyone that backs this, fair enough, it's a Dead Space remaster. What they just showed there brings absolutely nothing to the table at all.
Yeah.
Zero. What the hell were they talking about? You look like you was on a meth come down watching that. You look like you'd rather
what do you
headbutt
mean?
the fucking screen. It makes no sense. It does. Michael, go back and watch your facial expressions throughout that. I bet there's so many things you wanted to say, but you didn't.
I mean,
It is more than over. This gaming industry has taken the biggest pitfall ever. The gaming industry has to go down in one of the biggest fucking failures in regards to involving technology. Look, all the new technology coming out, but the games are getting worse. The hardware's getting better, but the software's getting worse. How? How does that happen?
I don't know.
How does that happen? How does the hardware get so much better, but the software gets so much worse? Can any person that's even a fan of Dead Space or not sit there and watch what they've just watched for the past fucking hour or however long it was and say, oh my God, I cannot wait to spend $70 on this?
Well, they probably already done it. Pre-order it.
Hey, honestly, anyone from V, anyone from Reset, any of these other places, I will fight you. I will meet you and I will fight you tooth and nail. I will fight you to the death and argue it. You cannot excuse this anymore. And it's the only good thing is that you're out here exposing it daily, and that's it.
Hell yeah.
You're out here exposing every game day, every game that comes out. You're giving the people the reality check they need, and it's as simple as that. And it ends just because you're trying to troll, or maybe some of your videos you fuck around in, or whatever. But mate, and look, I feel bad for you, to be fair, because you should have 20,000 people every stream.
I know.
But like I said to you before many times, it is over. It's going to get worse. Is there going to be any good games for this fucking new consoles by 2024? Anything?
No.
The only last time I seen you excited was when you saw a pause video of a whale. That's it. That's the only time I've seen you get excited, other than when fucking Game Boy Preacher calls in or some shit, yeah?
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just depressing. Watching these videos, why are we setting the bar so high? We should be setting the bar lower. We should be going into every show saying, expecting the worst. Because that's all everyone's getting. That is all you're getting moving forward. This industry is fucking done. Regardless if it's anything to do with woke, money, LGBTQ, anything like that. The bottom line is, all they're doing is pushing these games out the door to make money. Oh, let's do a Dead Space live stream and show them a dev build. People will look at them in a dev build and go, oh God, what are they doing? They're just reselling you the same fucking game again. The same game.
Yeah.
Exactly the fucking same. It is a fucking joke, honestly. It is an absolute joke. I am sick to fucking death of the bullshit, man. And I need you need to go in harder, Michael, as well, you know. You need to go, you need to push, you need to put your foot down harder, man. And call it out for what it is. Like that Resident Evil stream yesterday, man. You need to call it out harder. You need to put your foot down even more, man. You got to be more controversial, man. And say what you think properly. And not be worried about the consequences. That's what you need to do, because you've got an audience, man. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, we try.
Listen, yeah, we're out here. We're in the Phil Spencer special. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Listen, move the fucking wheels. It is over. Anyone that shills this, seek immediate. Mental health rehab ASAP. It is
It's
over.
over.
What David Hinkle as well.
Oh man. Hello, you're on the air.
Stop touching me, Dylan. Dylan, stop. Dylan, stop, dude.
Hello, you're on the air.
Hey, Michael, what's up?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this abomination?
Not
of a
really. I
remake?
don't have any thoughts. I'm pretty just felt soulless.
Yeah, man. I mean, they killed it. They don't have anything to show. What did they show? Like early build. Like that just killed the vibe of it. I don't know. People were excited because they saw pretty much nothing in the first trailer, but now they seen this freaking junky model getting hits, and they just explaining how they have like this destructible technology, which is already
Well,
exists
I
in
mean,
Doom
hey, you
Eternal.
know, look, I'm gonna say this about this, okay? They have more to show from a fucking game that we don't even know when it's coming out, 2022, 2023, than fucking Battlefield right now. Like, think about that, bro.
Dude, yeah, that's true.
That's fucked
That is
up.
true.
That's just fucked up,
Yeah.
man. We've seen more gameplay of this game that's years away than Battlefield 2042. Like, think about that. That's fucked up.
That's a scam. I'm telling you, if they
Oh
don't
my
show footage, if you have no videos, you have no gameplay.
King Trash Gaming
Oh,
donated $2 through Super Chat.
That's
Fix
that's
your
pretty
chat
much a scam.
before it's too
That's
late.
that's another cyberpunk
Who
situation.
said that?
That's a red flag.
I don't look at the
You
chat.
know the red flags. I
Why
know
would
you
I
know
care
them.
what the chat's saying? Yeah.
That is crazy, man. I mean, I don't know. Is that Ubisoft's? Is this remake made by Ubisoft?
No. EA.
EA. Ah, EA. Okay, okay. Cash grabs. Anyways, that's really like they kill the
Yeah.
vibe. I don't know what they did. All that. It doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
Yeah.
And the game
Fuck.
could be also remastered. Why did they have to make a remake? I mean, that's the
I mean,
problem
it's
with this
basically
industry.
a remaster, basically. I didn't see anything new.
Yeah, it's a remaster, and I don't know, like the flying elements, it didn't have
I never
animations
got
just
that
yet,
far. I
or I
never
don't know.
got that.
That's
I didn't even know that was in the game. I never got that far.
I played the second one. I mean, I was never a fan. I understand.
I don't.
there's-
Yeah, I didn't really like them either. Couldn't really play them.
You don't get scared. It's
They're
not
just
like
they're just action shooters. I mean, none of them were scary. They're all pretty actiony. So I never liked them
They
because of that. There's no suspense. There's no tension. It's just you just roam around, shoot fucking monsters that look like they're from the thing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not a real shooter where you have skills. It's not like a scary type of immersion. It's something in between. It's pretty much both and nothing at the same time. I never
Yeah.
liked it. Got me so depressed. I played like, I don't know, 1 or 2 hours off of it and I couldn't finish it, man. And people now, I think just because back in the day we had so many good titles
Yeah.
that people just want to have the good old days back
Yeah,
again.
well, it makes money. It's a guaranteed way to make money. That's all it is.
Yeah, you can cash it out. It's easy. Make a remake. Just do exactly, upgrade. Here's the thing: they could easily take the same stuff that they're doing right now, and they just like have a different story, keep the same characters, and just call
I
it.
don't
Dead
even know what the
Space.
fucking story is in the game. What's he get abandoned on the spaceship or something?
Or something dumb. I don't remember it too. It was something really kind of stupid. Like most of the time, you just getting lost in space into spaceships and just shooting aliens that
Well, I
come
mean,
out
if
of
I were
nowhere.
lost in space, I'd probably just stare at the wall.
Man,
yeah. Well,
it's really
it's
it's
over.
really very sad.
It's over. Hell
It's
yeah.
really over, man. Thanks for taking
Hell
my
yeah,
call, Mike.
appreciate you. Hello, you're on the air.
Dead Space remake. It's like saying, why was Stevie Wonder smiling all the time? Because he didn't know he was a nigger. That's why.
Hello, you're on the air. I mean, you guys are fucking stupid. Hello, you're on the air.
The Dead Space 1 remake is nothing but Dead Space 1 in disguise. Dead Space 1 remake is nothing but Dead Space 1 in disguise.
Shit.
The Dead Space 1 remake is nothing but Dead Space 1 in disguise.
I mean, it really is.
Nothing but Dead Space 1 in disguise. The Dead Space remake is nothing but Dead Space 1 in disguise.
It's over.
The Dead
It's over. Hello, you're on the air.
Sick Heil! Right fucking
No. You guys got to go get some fucking medicine. We're done here. That's it. Not much to say. It sucked the soul out of my body right there watching that trash. Don't care, not buying it. Don't care about the original, not playing it. So, don't care about the Dead Space franchise. I've come to that realization today. So, but look cool in terms of gore, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind when it comes out in 2024 or whatever. But that's gonna do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show. Take care.